Good morning, everyone. This is Tim Corey here. The task today is to use Civil 3D to create a helicoidal ramp, which will end up looking, like this. Okay, so this will be, we'll end up with a corridor that goes in circles and then exits at the top. All right, so I can close that. So I'm starting with this drawing I call Helix Start. I have my styles already there and created. Now what I'm going to do is use some AutoCAD entities, circles and lines, that I can then trace over here in a little bit to create my helical alignment. So first thing is I want to check my object snap settings. I'll be snapping to endpoints of lines and quadrants of circles. So I'll turn those two on. All right, let's start with our first circle. Okay, and I'm going to start at a center point of 1,000, 1,000, and do a radius of 100. So that'll be 200 foot diameter. Okay, now we're going to have an entrance line. So I'll do a line from this quadrant, and I can go straight down here, and I'll go 400 feet. Okay. Start another line, go from the same quadrant, go this direction 400 feet. That's going to be our exit. Okay. All right, so now I'm ready to offset these circles. The reason for this is it gives me clear points that I can select as I'm selecting points along this alignment. And then when I'm done, what I'll do is I'll grab those grips and drag them out where they're actually supposed to be. So I'm going to offset 10 feet this item to that side, this item to this side. Having done that, now I'm ready to create the alignment. So I can go here to the Home tab of the ribbon, Alignment, Alignment Creation Tools. Okay. Reset my counter to 1. Okay, we are ready to go. Alright, so up here on the Alignment Layout Tools toolbar, I'll start with a fixed line by 2 points. And I'll start at this end point, and I'll come up to this end point. Now what I need to do is draw curves. And I want to grab a through point, so I'm going to do a floating curve from entity and then a through point. Okay, so here the entity to attach to is this alignment. Okay, and then it wants a through point. I'll just reach over here, get that first quadrant. Entity to attach to now is this curve coming in here. And the through point. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to the offset so that I don't end up selecting the wrong point up in here with these varying objects. I'll pick here, and then I'll start with that segment, go over to here, starting on that segment. Now I go to the inner circle quadrant. Okay, and then I'm attaching to this circle, going to this quadrant, attaching to that, and now what I'm going to do is come out and attach to the end of this line. Okay, that's my exit of the curves, and now I'll just do another fixed line. Okay, start point will be end point of this last coil coming in, and then up to the end point of this line I've drawn. Make sure we save occasionally, and we'll call this Helix 01. Okay, having drawn our alignment. Now what we need to do is grip edit so that these coils are all directly on top of each other, right? So I'll grab this alignment and I'll turn that off. Okay, so grab my alignment, then I just grab this grip, drop it onto that grip, grab, and I can turn my O snaps off, by the way. This grip, drop it onto that grip, and just go around, okay, with each of these. Okay, now we have a circular alignment in this area. Okay, so we know we've selected those correctly. Okay, next we want to create a profile view so that we can design our profile, right? So I'll select the alignment, and then up on the ribbon I'll find profile view. Look, I want to go directly in here to profile view height, and I'm going to tell it don't need to split, and we want to go from -20 to 120. My plan is to make this a 100-foot high coil. Okay, I don't care about the other settings. I'll just create profile view here and put it right in this area. All right, now that I have the profile view, now I can create my profile. So I'll go ahead and grab the profile view. That'll expose the profile creation tools button here. Okay, check my counter. I want to make sure I'm on 1. Okay, everything else is cool. All right, so I'm just going to make this super simple. We'll just draw a fixed tangent by 2 points. And I'll come in here at elevation 0, at station 0, right? So intersection here. Then we'll come up in here, station 2700 at elevation 100. I'll do an intersection here. Okay, so that gives me a tangent at 3.7%. I can adjust that, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Okay, so profile's created. Now we want to create an assembly. In this case, I'll just use basic assembly off the Civil 3D tool palettes and put it right here. So now I'm not going to worry about daylighting, so I will delete these daylight sub-assemblies. So we're just going to have the pavement, concrete, okay, sidewalks there. Okay, so now I can create my corridor. Select my assembly. Don't need to set the parameters. And voila, we have a corridor that runs that ramp. So easy things that you can do from there. Number one, if I wanted to create solids from this, which are more appropriate for rendering, etc. Okay, what I do is select my corridor, and then on the ribbon find extract corridor solids. I'll say all regions, and I'll just accept these settings as they have them. So I'll have different colors and different layers, etc. for these different parts of the assembly. Let's just say extract solids. So now we have a nice shaded object there. That's the solids. Okay. Then the last thing I wanted to show you is, so what happens if we decide, well, we want this thing 200 feet high. First thing I'll do is go to corridor or profile view properties, elevations, and make my profile view accommodate how tall I intend to go here. So I'll make that 200 feet. Then I'll just grab this point, and since we're just doing a demo, I'm just going to drag it up somewhere here. And then if I rebuild my corridor, the corridor updates and the solids update. And so here is my helicoidal ramp.